Hi ACL friends, Neil here. Um, kind of relaxed pose. Just wanted to talk today on video about ACL rehab and really the reality that I found because I had surgery on April 1st, and let me think. I worked really hard through the end of September, which would be 6 months of kind of hard rehab, and it went really well. I was back out on my bike within kind of 6 months. If you look at the ACL recovery timeline video, you'll see that's kind of on schedule. I was running on schedule. In September, I was running on uneven ground, and that was fine. So any kind of issues with, just kind of jarring the knee, that was all great, wonderful. So I don't think I got my quad muscle in my right leg back to the level of my left leg. But I was more than happy, and the PT people, the surgeon, everyone was really happy with the recovery that I made. Now, nobody then told me that ACL rehab is for life, not just for those 5 to 6 months after surgery. So what happened then? October came around, and one thing or another. Was tired of going to the gym, tired of doing this. Just needed to kind of relax. I was recovered, right? And then November came around, and Christmas, and then it was time to ski again. And so I basically I didn't do nothing, but I didn't do much work on my uh, quad muscle and on the kind of strengthening of the knee joint. So stuff like even just hamstring exercises, because the hamstring surprisingly provides a lot of stability to the knee joint. I wasn't doing much. So I kind of peaked and then dropped off, and then I went skiing. And that's when my kind of problems started to a degree, because what I found was that I just wasn't strong enough to ski, and I certainly wasn't strong enough to ski aggressively, and that's what I was trying to do. And it got to the point after, I think in early February, we went away for a weekend skiing in Jackson Hole in Wyoming, and that's pretty aggressive skiing. And my knee was not happy, and it ended up swelling ridiculously, and my whole calf swelled up as well. And I went back to the surgeon, checked with him, no problem with the ACL. They tested it; it was actually stronger than my other one. So I think my MCL and my LCL were weak, but basically I just had not continued to strengthen my quad, and I hadn't done any hamstring work, and therefore the kind of muscles and ligaments surrounding my knee joint were weak. And that kind of, I thought, why is that? My left leg hasn't suffered muscle atrophy. My muscle hasn't wasted in my left leg in the same period of time. Why should my right leg go the way it did? And no one could really answer that for me. Then I thought about it a little more, and I thought, it's probably because from the time you injure your knee, through surgery, through recovery, you get used to sitting down and then standing up all on the other leg, not on the injured leg. And what that means is that you get used to working the left leg, which probably keeps that muscle, in my case, the good leg, the left leg, keeps that muscle and those muscles and everything working well. So even subconsciously, you're standing from a sitting position on your good leg, not on your bad leg. And I think it's that subconscious activity that means that your bad leg, your injured leg, your recovering leg is going to waste. You're going to have atrophy there, and then you're going to have an issue. And that's really why you need to keep doing specific exercises on your recovering leg on a continual basis. And unless you can trick your mind into, or every time you stand from a sitting position, you do it on your recovering leg. If you can make yourself do that, then maybe there won't be so much of a problem. But really, I think the brain is way more powerful than we think sometimes. And for me, that means that you have to keep doing rehab. You have to keep strengthening that muscle. And I don't think that ever ends. I think you're going to have it probably for the rest of your life. You're now in a position where you need to work on that recovering leg. So, not a happy message, but I think it's reality. I'm certainly now back into rehabbing my bad leg on a continual basis. If I can avoid doing it in the gym, I will. So I do a lot of kind of outdoor cycling. That doesn't do much for your hamstring muscles, but at least I'm doing something out there and kind of working on it on a regular basis. But even on the bicycle, I'm outside. I'm thinking push with my right leg, my recovering leg, because if you don't think about that, it's and then you catch yourself. It's amazing how much work your other leg does, even cycling. Even when you've got two pedals, the big push comes on your good leg, not on your recovering leg. Anyway, so there you go. Just a few words on ACL rehab being for life, not just for Christmas, as they used to say. Oh, that was a dog. Sorry, that was a UK ad. A dog is for life, not just for Christmas. But anyway, we're stuck with it. We're all recovering from our ACL injuries. I think that's a huge tip. Don't ever think that you're done with ACL rehab. Until the next video, thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.